Ladies and gentlemen, 8 hours ago the Hermes and her battle group jumped into the Cairo system. As you may recall, the Cairo system has always held a significant strategic importance. It is rich in resources and was home to a major Confederation naval base before it fell to the Kilrathi 5 years ago. It is situated in an ideal location along several important jump routes, allowing for rapid deployment of ships, equipment, and material from the naval base there. It was a heavy blow to us when we lost the system, and the Kilrathi have been taking advantage of its resources ever since. Covert has decided it is time to take the system back. We expect that the Kilrathi will put up a considerable fight, and we have every reason to believe that they have a strong military presence in the system, even with the withdrawal of the Kias Nathar back to Kilra. While we may not know the full extent of Kilrathi forces in Cairo, the recon mission flown by Lieutenants Markham and Hasselbeck has provided us with clear and detailed information about the Cairo starbase and its defenses. As a result, we are now in the process of planning an assault designed to neutralize those defenses. We know it's going to be a tough fight, but we aren't going in blind, and we can be prepared for what we will face. This is why we fly recon, and Lieutenants Markham and Hasselbeck are to be commended for their thorough work. I have no doubt that some of you are wondering how our battle group will take the system. Indeed, a strike force consisting of 1 carrier and 4 warships seems like a rather minimal force for such an operation. We were scheduled to receive reinforcements for this operation consisting of 3 Savannah-class cruisers, the TCS Glasgow, the TCS Gloucester, and the TCS Liverpool. However, all 3 of these ships have been destroyed by Kilrathi assaults led by the Ace Blood Mist. Covert has decided that rather than have us wait for more reinforcements to become available, we should proceed with what they termed a parsimonious strike. We are to use our limited forces to strike at key elements of the Kilrathi's forces in Cairo to disrupt their infrastructure and make their position in the system unsustainable, thus forcing them to abandon the system. In other words, we are required to do more with less. We will have to fight both harder and smarter and take some calculated risks. Therefore, discipline and adherence to orders is of the utmost importance in this operation, and I expect both from all of you. Dismissed.
The Hermes jumped into the Cairo system 8 hours ago. The Kilrathi currently control this system with primary command and control located in a major starbase, which just happens to be our primary target. Since the KS Nathar battle group has withdrawn from the system, we're going to exploit the lack of significant cover for the base to launch our assault. We're not going to go pussyfooting around with any of the remaining cap ships, we're going straight for the heart. Based on Sandman's recon data, the area around the base is very well guarded with multiple fighter squadrons and gun platforms, and is also protected on several sides by some fairly dense asteroid fields. There are several cap ships docked for repairs and refitting, but currently none of them are active. Should they power up and join the fight, things will get a lot more interesting. So we have to move fast to prevent that from happening. We made quite a lot of noise entering this system, so there's no doubt we got the Kilrathi's attention. Colonel Walker will lead several wings of fighters on a deliberate route around the asteroid fields as a diversion. Once we receive word that Kilrathi are sending out a welcoming committee for our diversionary force, a strike team will launch from the Hermes and proceed through the asteroid fields for a more covert strike on the starbase. We will enter the asteroid field at Nav 1 to screen our approach from Kilrathi's sensors. We will stay within the field as long as possible and then make a straight high-speed run at the base at Nav 2. We expect most of the Kilrathi forces on the base will be sent to intercept Colonel Walker's force and therefore be distracted and unavailable to attack us. But we have to be prepared for anything. Once the mission is complete, our extraction route will run through a gap between asteroid fields to Nav 3. From there, we will return to the Hermes. I will be leading the main strike with Alpha Wing. Bravo will be led by Sandman. Delta and Foxtrot flights will provide us with fighter cover while I retain overall command. Let's go, light up a base.
Longbows, you are cleared for launch. Make that big litter box disappear.
Miss Sweeney, that's what we specialize in. All fighters, form on me and set course for NAB 1.
Proceed to next waypoint.
We've got a drouthy patrol ahead. All fighters, take them out before they can spread word of our presence.
Major Ramius, our scouts report a large force moving to intercept the Colonel's strike. They're taking the bait.
Fucker time. This is where it gets interesting.
Interesting for you. You're not the one piloting the big barn with wings through this, Grey Wolf.
In that case, maybe I should fly a little bit closer to Honey Bear instead. That way, I'll be victorious in more ways than one.
Didn't you learn anything about conflict sexual harassment, Reg? Green light good, yellow borderline, red totally inappropriate.
If you give it enough time, red lights always turn back to green.
Avatar, the two of us are going to have a conversation when this is over. Actually, it'll be a monologue, and I promise lots of profanity. All fighters set course for NAB 1.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay, use the asteroids to mask your radar signature. Stay alert though. I don't want any casualties because some idiot decides to see just how close he can fly to an asteroid.
Something moved. Out there, in the rocks.
My radar is clear, sir.
Nice sight too. It's moving too fast to be an asteroid. Wait. Oh great. We've got asteroid fighters. It's an ambush.
Okay, the good news is that the real asteroids are blocking long-range comms. Those fighters can't warn the starbase. Hellcats, take them out. Bombers, stay on course and ignore the fighters if you can. Still, if you get a shot, take it.
Fly like the Watch your backside. You've got a guy following you. The Covert ain't dares to attack. I shall eat your heart and spit it out! I have dishonored my clan!
That never gets dull. Set course for the starbase.
Proceed to next waypoint.
There's the welcoming committee. It appears our approach is no longer a secret.
Y-Wing, let's charge up ahead. Redlings, keep your wing in close with the bombers.
Arm torpedoes and stay on target. We need to deliver our payloads as quickly as possible. Keep an eye on your flanks during the approach. With all these defenses, we will need to get in close before we launch. Get ready to hit the burners.
We've got kiddies vectoring in on the bombers. Keep the bombers clear.
Unleash your heart and spit it out, Darren!
We've got Bactoffs on the scene. There are too many fighters to ignore. Tells, abort torpedo runs and engage the fighters. Escorts, we're getting too strung out. All fighters regroup on me and re-engage. That's Sierra Hotel, pilot.
One of the destroyers is undocked from the base and is powering up its turrets.
No!
Let's take it down before it comes fully online.
You will have to fight this battle, big scum!
Now, press the attack. Guts, but save some targets for the rest of us.
Hull is rupturing. I am ejecting.
We've got multiple secondary explosions on the base. It's going up!
really impressive.
Ice the champagne, Commander Sweeney. The Hermes has another large notch to scratch in her bedpost.
Major Ramius, you and your squad sure know how to show a girl a good time. I'll relay the news to Colonel Walker.
Excellent efforts from all. That's one solid kill on the record. All units, extract to nav 3.
Mission complete. Proceed to next waypoint. Proceed to next waypoint.
What a day, pilots, what a day. Not only did you guys manage to ice the base, but the Colonel cleaned up the entire force sent to intercept their diversion. We cleaned their clocks out there today. In a matter of hours, we all but own this system. Don't you wish all campaigns could run this smoothly?
Well, it's definitely a nice change from our previous outing, Sweeney.
Copy that, Lieutenant. They're already warming up the victory party for you guys in pilot country. Hells, you are first in the landing pattern. You have clearance.
I can't praise you people enough today. Not only did our wing knock out the starbase as planned, we also nailed the Kitty Cap ships that were still trapped in dry dock for repairs. In addition, Colonel Walker cleaned up the rest of the trash in the system. Excellent job to all. Unless something materializes from the distress call the base was able to get off before she went up, the bomber groups will probably be back to playing the waiting game for the next few days. I'll schedule some exercises for tomorrow to keep us on top of our game, but for the most part, we should be able to take a well-deserved break. I'll draw some schedules up and post them by 1500 hours. One last thing, Avatar, stick around after this. You already know why. The rest of you, dismissed.